the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my God, and my salvation. By night and by day, through His holy prophet, Ali. Ameen. First, all rise, give Him perfect and infinite praises to Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Honors to our brother man, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, to return to us back our Moorish culture and our nationality and divine creed. Honors to the Moorish Science of America that gives us a refreshing taste of what nationality is truly about. Honors to the UNIA, the founder of the UNIA, Brother Marcus Messiah Garvey Bay, the John the Baptist return of the Jesus Return Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to the past leaders of the UNIA. Honors to the past, present, future leaders of the Moorish Science of America. Honors to all harbingers who pave the way for children to be Moorish Americans and leaders. Today's show is about choices. Sometimes in life, family, children cannot be helped but to be born in a toxic society. But it takes a mother who really wants to be a mother to teach her children between right and wrong. And there's so much discrepancy going on with family itself based upon what the kids of the world have to offer. I, for one, I'm not a worldly person. I like to dress well, but as far as like what the kids of the world have to offer, as far as like name brand stuff, those are all choices. People choose to spend money on what they like, but if you can spend money on what you like, it doesn't mean it makes you a better person. It just either, number one, build up your self-esteem, or boost your ego, which is full of vanity. Now, I'm the one who makes choices on where my money goes. My closet is not full of, should I say, retail Jordans? No. Maybe I got one pair. Air Force Ones, one pair. Some dress shoes, a few pairs to match, whatever. But, you know, I'm not the man who has a gluttonous of 40 pairs of shoes in one closet and I got 2 feet. There are people out there who are constantly suffering, but no matter what, sometimes it's about the choice. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's agitating the situation so the Negro, blacks, and colors can prosper. Sometimes it's about the choice which you make to better your condition. Whether we accept the condition that we're in and the redlining and living in certain areas based upon economic status and economic system, they have already, Satan, the devil, Lucifer, dragon, beast, have done a very good job of dumbfounding the Moorish Americans who are now classified as Negro, black, and colored. Negro means the same thing as black, whether y'all want to accept it or not. Rather, to all my people out there who know Spanish knows exactly what I'm talking about. But if you don't know Spanish, you don't have a desire to know Spanish, that's on you. But I'm saying to say this. I'm saying that disqualification or misusing anybody or mistreating anybody based upon an adjective on description on skin complexion, you are just straight evil. And those people who follow along with that psychology, you're evil too. You're just evil, just accepting it. That you have to check a box. I don't mean check a box, do you like me, yes or no? No, not that box. I was passing those back in the 80s. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about check a box on your ethnicity. Livy, Islam, Heaven High, peace and blessings, shout out to you. I see you in the chat. Thank you for subscription. Livy, you're the 500 subscriber. Praise Allah for you. I got a special gift for 500 subscriber. So, Livy, you're a winner. So, look in my chat, and I got a gift for you. Look in the description box for my email, and you will get a gift card. So look at my description box, email me, you have won a gift card. So you'll tell me what gift card you desire, and I'll be happy to send it through your email. So, you know, it goes to show me in life, back to the show, Miss McCarty, Islam, Heaven High, 67, I don't know what that is. We all have to try to not play the game called get along where you fit along. And we have to be very, very careful on how we classify people, describe people, and all of those things. We have to really be careful on who we call names to. Whether it's slander, defamation of character, you name it. I don't know. But, let me go back to the chat. Child of God for real. Okay, whatever, bro. Obviously, you're talking just to be talking. So, whatever. Livy, do me a favor. Tell me if you're the 500 subscriber. If so, you got something coming. Child of God for real. Yeah, you gotta tell me what God you're talking about, because the devil calls himself God too. So, your father is done my father's works, and you're the child of the devil. If that's the case, if you want to start blaspheming and bearing false witness against your neighbor, and you over here talking about someone not keeping commandments, you don't know nothing about me. So fire burn you. Anywho, we got people like this who have no idea, haven't met me, haven't pressed my flesh, haven't done none of those things, haven't had to sit down and talk to me, but yet still I'm being indoctrinated and classified as whatever. And yeah, the truth is not in you, of course, duh. I'm not a child of God, I'm a child of Allah. And Allah is what the Messiah spoke, which is Aramaic, which is, he called on Allah. So you can sit here and take that information that you regurgitating to me, and you need to practice 2 Timothy verse 2, verse 15, child of God, and which means study to show yourself approved. Don't do it to show me approved. Show it yourself approved. And first and foremost, this mistranslation, the Bible of the 1611 version was done by the Pope of Rome, and on top of that, through the Nicaea Council. So there's words that were being taken out that did not fit the indoctrination in the Bible. So you, sir, whoever you may be, it, they, you need to take a chill pill and do something about quoting scriptures. If you're not living according to quoting scriptures, then you can't push this on nobody else. And see, this is everything that was going about in the show's called Choices. This is the choice that is made. Let me know if you're still in the chat. Have you checked the description box yet? If so, I'll be looking in the chat and see if you got the email. Back to what I was saying. We all have a choice to decide how we're going to continue to live our lifestyle. Are we going to continue to live our lifestyle based upon what society tells us or what they indoctrinate us? And as far as like Catholic school, Bible school, public school, private school, whatever you want to call it, there is no salvation in it. It's all culturally biased to begin with, minus the math, minus the science. Partially the science, partially not the science. Because science is a given fact that these things are a proof of living things. But we already know in more science that no man lives unto himself. Everything in life is binded by cords by every other living thing. Islam. So, if I say peace be still, that's what I mean. So, while I'm traveling on this fine road to home, we have to make for sure that we are straight on our P's and Q's. We have to make for sure that we're doing the right thing today. And this is all a choice. Because a man, not a carnal man with the male genitalia, the manhood and all. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about man thinking, man, woman, children. That's what we're talking about. That man cannot serve two masters. He's going to love one and hate the other. Whether you want to agree to disagree, yada, yada, yada. We can sit here, you can say yada, yada, yada. You can sit here and try to indoctrinate me with all this falsehood until you blue in the face. I'm not the one who's going to be losing air or waiting to exhale or set it off. But you're the one who's causing problems to yourself if you're not thinking. If you're not studying to be the best person you could be and better your condition, instead of shoving down scriptures down somebody's throat, instead of teaching the person who does not know and going to the person who already knows, you just preach it to the choir. You don't have no idea. Me, I'm proud to be a student in Islam. I'm proud to be a student in different walks of life. But I'm also proud to be a master's student as well, once it comes down to psychology and people. Because I'm already knowing. No, I'm not with the Nation of Islam. No, I'm not the Farrakhan Islam. No, I'm not a Farrakhan Muslim. No. I respect what the Nation of Islam teaches, but I don't follow all the doctrine because all the majority of the doctrine came from us Moorish Americans anyways to begin with. Whether some of these members of the Nation of Islam or the 5% want to accept it or not, the truth is the truth. And the truth shall make you free. Now, I don't know about all this stuff that's going on with Jeffrey Epstein and all this other stuff. I tend to stay out of the media as much as possible. And this is all by choice, so I can focus on me and have my sanity. But at the same token, you can't be going around blinded saying that you don't know. But I think you should have some idea of what you're up against, whether you be alone or you with other people. But I'm just here to tell you the truth. The truth is that the common people, regardless of their ethnicity, regardless of their nationality, they can't accept the truth. They are pumped full of vanity. They're insecure. Instead of acknowledging the truth for what it is and bettering their condition, they rather bully somebody else. And that's okay. Because this world is in the hands of the wicked. So it says in the Bible, so that's what I've read. But it doesn't mean that the indoctrination should continue, not unless you choose to accept it. But when you accept this indoctrination, then that means you're just worse than a second-class citizen. That means you're worse than a Fourth Amendment. Whatever message you say, yes, sir. You turn you to roll over like a rover. Then again, you don't do the thinking for you, let someone do the thinking for you. This is what indoctrination is. I mean, it can't be nothing else. What else could it be? The life we live is the choices we make. Sometimes these choices are out of our control based upon living environment, the condition of the food that we eat, and everything that we partake. Literature we read may not always be based upon facts. It's all based upon lies. History is based upon lies itself, because there's no way in heck that Europeans could be founding fathers of the United States of America when they did not begin with them to begin with. Everything. America does not belong to China. I don't care what anybody say. China does not own America. And if they say they do, then how are they going to override the Peace and Friendship Treaty of 1787 that was signed by the Sultan of Morocco, which is the first and unbroken treaty? But yet and still, my people will perish. When you start being articulate and start listening to the student who studied these things and jotting down information, or replay the show back and rewind, and then put it on replay so that way you can get the proper information. They've been trying to assassinate the Moorish Americans for so long that they came with the Tuskegee experiment. They injected with the flu shot, the this, the that, and tried to eliminate the people of the so-called Negro blacks and coloreds. Anybody who's part of that bloodline, such as the so-called Islanders, Latinos, so-called Hispanics, Chicanos, and etc., etc. When we understand these conditions, we can understand where we stand. But if we cannot understand where we stand, we'll fall for anything. It takes proper education and proper etiquette to be able to cipher between lies and deceit and falsehood. But until you don't understand those things, you will never know. Thus, so you have been told, but man knows not by being told. And this is why you have to study to show yourself approved. See, people want to go out and by choice get into debt. I'm one of those ones. I've gotten into debt. I've dealt with repo. Yeah, been there, done that. I know what that's like. Not a pleasant feeling, but I've been there, done that. I've had bad credit, yeah. But with all said and done, I had to get a secure credit card. Start working on the credit. I mean, with all that being said and done, family, there's really nothing else that needs to be done. You can sit here and falsify information and indoctrination to fit your own personal narrative, to say that this is true, but it's not. But it's all in your thoughts, because the lower self, which is the devil, is the one who's leading you astray. The devil is the one who's telling you to put on that sheep's clothing, but yet still you're the wolf leading the sheep to slaughter. Until you understand that this is a chess game, that you cannot play checker pieces on the chessboard, then you are definitely lost in the sauce. But I want you to say, buyer beware, because what you buy, it will be a test to you. These things you must truly understand, children, young people, adults, goes for you too. Just because you have the money to go buy doesn't mean that you're going to suffer some type of calamity to be able to sustain yourself. You should always have some money stacked up, just in case. Don't be going out here buying no lottery tickets. The best thing you can do is just keep working. That's your lottery ticket right there. That's something you're going to be guaranteed to win. Because every time you work, you get your paycheck. But yet still, you can leave your paycheck aside and don't spend it on nothing. But where are you making your cash grow? What are you doing to better your condition? These are all the things that one has to think about. From relationships of boyfriend and girlfriend and all of that. Where's your options? Where's your choices? You have a choice. You have a choice to be a free person or a slave person. A slave don't want to proclaim their nationality. A slave do not want to grow. A slave want to remain little Mario forever and don't want to eat a Mario mushroom and grow up and get a life. This is what we all dealing with. Little adults who behave like children who have temper tantrums and has developed this ease to have some type of narcissism behavior and sadistic behavior. But yet still, just because you're of age doesn't mean you're an adult. I'm going to call the facts what it is. It's not what you think it is, family. It goes so much far deep in society than what you think it is, than what society and life teaches you. Society and life will teach you more than what you can read in a book. You got people's personal experiences that will help be your best teacher, as well as your own. I know it worked for me, but my job is to that elder to teach the young people to do the right thing. Nothing else. It's all about learning love instead of hate. So all I got to do is keep working towards my goal and not giving up and having faith. Because faith without works is dead. And that's the honest truth. Now, whether we want to live ourselves in a society where we got the finer things in life and we're still broken on the inside. You know, the most rich people are broke people, right? They're broken. Because they have a void that has not been fulfilled yet. And I'm just being honest. Based upon what I know. Life will throw a monkey wrench at you and your pulleys. And all you're doing is keep pulling, you're going to break your pulleys and you got to replace the whole thing. That's how your life is. If you're broken, if you're rich, you're never satisfied. You're never pleased. Because all you keep doing is repeating the same cycle that your ancestors repeated. But yet still, you don't want to protect yourself. You don't want to better your condition. You don't want to do nothing. All you want to do is cause more problems. Be on your knees shooting craps. And trying to get rich or die trying, taking someone else's money. Money's not meant to be spent on gambling. You could lose yourself in gambling. You'll go crazy. Because it's an ego thing. And that's what it's about, choice. I'm talking about a variety of things on the show today. And I'm saying it's because I love my people. I know I was on earlier, it was only a few minute show. But you cannot sit here and try to mislead the people and mistreat people because you got the upper hand and you're living poorly or you living better than, and you can mistreat people. Well, only time will tell. What goes around comes around. I mean, that's what I have to say about that situation. But we're headed to 25 minutes into the show, so I'm about to cut this live short. But who knows? I might do a part 2. So I pray that Livy-S2S confirm that you're the winner by going through morris.life@yahoo.com. That's the email, because you're the winner, 500 subscriber. Hope this is true. I'll check it. Islam, I'm close this out. The Moorish American prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my God, and my salvation. By night and by day, through His holy prophet, Islam. Peace and love, family. Happy Sunday. Take care. I pray that y'all week go all is well. Peace and love. Islam.